Hello there. Today I want to talk to you about the other piece of property that I have under contract. So I have two parcels of land under contract. One is 0.51 acre in Virginia, and the other is 0.93 acres in Virginia as well. So this particular piece of land, unlike the other one that has an unfinished house on top of it, this one is just an unimproved parcel, meaning it's just straight land, even though it has a bit of a water feature behind it. Um, anyways, this particular piece of land, the owner was actually selling three parcels together for one lump sum, and it was an affordable price. I say affordable, I mean like affordable for the three parcels. So this really caught my attention. So I followed up with the seller, and I wanted to put these three parcels onto contract because in this county that I am buying in, they have high growth for population, high employment, variety of employers, high demand for affordable housing, which is what I am trying to do, is create additional stock for the affordable housing community. So this piece of land, these three parcels of land, I was like shocked that they were that price. So I reached out to the listing agent, and he's like, yeah, selling the three parcels for that price, which I thought, wow, because the other two pieces were large pieces as well. I say large, I mean for this area. Um, so I called the county to find out what the process would be to be able to put water and a public sewer. Well, as it turns out, two out of the three that he's selling is in a 100-year flood zone. So it's literally unbuildable at this point, right? So that's why all three parcels were this affordable, because he's trying to offload it onto the buyer. But if the buyer digs into the story any deeper, they will find out that the two of the three parcels are unbillable. So I reached back out to him and I communicated that. He's like, oh, well, the sellers are still selling it and all these things. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to make an offer anyway. So I made an offer which was extremely low. And he said that the sellers would not accept my offer. So I was telling him, I'm making a cash offer. These three parcels, his notice on the listing said that back on the market, buyers could not find buyers could not secure financing. So I knew that story wasn't true, because it's not the buyers that couldn't find financing, it's that two of the three is unbillable. So I said to him, based on the fact that two of the three, they're in a 100-year flood zone, it's unbillable. So no one will be able to get financing. And the county isn't even going to approve anyone to build on the two out of the three. So really, you only have one parcel of land that you're selling. Sell it to me. I'm interested, and I have cash to buy it, because what's going to happen is you're going to get another buyer again, that says that they're going to go and get bank financing, but they're not going to get bank financing, and you don't want to do that. Just accept my cash now. So he said no, because I was making a very low offer. So he said no again. So the next day I saw that he had dropped it $15,000. So I'm like, he understands what's going on. So I said, you know what? Let me come up a bit more and meet him halfway. So I made another offer, and I told him. So he said his seller is willing to sign the contract if I pay an additional if I pay an additional 20,000. So I said, okay, no problem. So I was able to put that one under contract as well. So it's in like a prime location. This piece of land. So like I said, it's 0.93 acres, so it's almost an acre. It has a little water feature in the back, which I'm hoping will not affect my ability to perk it and have the septic sewer, because even this one, it's so far away from the county's sewer line that I have to put a septic system on it. But there is water right on the road, so definitely I can tap into the county's water line, but I'm unable to tap into the county's sewer line. Which for development costs, if I was able to just tap those lines, it would just be about $15,000 that I would have to pay the county to tap each of those lines. But now I have to put in a sewer system, but I'll still be able to tap into the water line. So my plan is to actually build modular houses. So modular houses are built, not to be confused with mobile homes, which I'm not opposed to, because for additional properties that I intend to take on, depending on how I acquire it, if a mobile house is the way that I have to go, I'll put a mobile home on it, because they still rent, which is what I want to do, is rent these homes. So, but for this particular one, my goal, I hope that it works, is to put a modular house on there. So I just hope that when I perk it, perking is testing the quality of the soil to see how it drains and how that parcel of land can process waste, or not process waste, but how that parcel of land, what type of septic system it can absorb, not absorb, it can house basically on the land, because the land is not going to absorb the actual sewage from the waste matter from the house. It's the septic system is just a on-site sewage waste matter processing system. So a soil specialist, a OSEA, something like that. So these are soil consultants. They will come out, test your soil, do a report, and let you know, based on the quality of your land, how many actual bedrooms you can put on this piece of land. So I'm just hoping that it will be about 4 to 5 bedrooms, because that would be really good. Because if I can't, based on the mortgage that I'm going to have to put on this house, if I can't rent the entire house to pay the mortgage, I'm going to probably have to do rent by room. So, and I'm not opposed to doing a rent by room model. So we're supposed to close by the end of this month or early next month. I forget which. I think the other parcel with the unfinished basement is by the end of this month, and this one is the first week of next month in November. So I am so very excited to share this one with you, because the location for this one is so nice. Oh my God. So beautiful, this location. So I probably will do a video. We are going to the other house tomorrow. So we may just drive by this one, so I'll be able to do a video of the location. And as we are parking and putting in the water line and putting the building on the house, I will also video that, just to record this journey, because I'm so excited for this phase of my life to finally be able to do it, because I've been actually thinking about real estate investing for so many years. So to actually be able to be doing it, I'm so excited. So I didn't finish my thought about the whole putting a modular house on there. So I thought of putting a modular house on there because modular houses are built in the factory. Mobile homes are also built in the factory, but modular houses are built to the same standard as stick frame houses, except it's just done in the factory and they bring it to your land in pieces and then they put it together at the site at on the land. So because it's being built in a controlled environment, the length of time that it takes for the house to be built goes by like that. Because most of the time when someone is actually doing a stick frame house and they're building it on site and they have their contractors coming in and building, that takes 6 to sometimes 18 months. And I can't, if I'm doing real estate investment, I can't afford to take that length of time. So for modular houses, it can take between 6 to 8 weeks for you to sign your contract that this is the house you want, to them actually coming and starting to put the house together. The putting of the house together at your site probably will take about 2 weeks because they have to put it together, hook it up to all the utilities, do the foundation, some other things that goes into it, which will take about 2 weeks. So in 2 months, you can have your house at your site, which is why I'm t- definitely leaning more towards that. I don't want to have a construction loan dragging out for worst case scenario 18 months. I don't need that. I just need to identify that I want this particular one, build it in your factory, deliver it to me. And also, because it's a controlled environment that they're building it in, you pay less. I think it's about 30% less as opposed to a stick build house. It's faster, less time, and that way you can put your product in the marketplace faster. One major overarching reason that I'm trying to go the modular route is because I don't want to have to be dealing with a bunch of contractors, electricians, and plumbers, or even what's that one called? The general contractor, dealing with like all these different people moving in and out to have this thing. Plus, yes, I just don't want to be bothered with that. I just want you to build it in that factory and deliver it to me. So that's my goal. So, based on the fact that I want to add more stock to the affordable housing community, I feel like that's the best way for me to go. So, that's the plan for this particular site. So I should be closing. I'm actually going to the settlement office today to drop off my earnest money deposits for both pieces, and then I'll be freed up now to dive back into the deal find to put more deals in my pipeline so that they can come down the pipeline. So that's where I am on that parcel of land. I just hope that these transactions and these closings goes well and that I can start to finally put this plan together of acquiring affordable housing for the affordable housing community, because in the United States there is an extreme shortage of affordable housing stock, and especially in this county. Especially in this county. So that's my plan. Wish me luck.